Anyway, on to the episode of our podcast, which is called Everything in Poderation.
Oh, we're just rolling in. Do you want? I can not edit that part out if you want.
You want me to take it from the top, or shall we continue? Or
I say we keep rolling like a bagel. Let's go.
we're a bagel. So we have inebriated ourselves on bagels, on alcoholic bagels. That's going to be the canon of this episode now. Because what a better time to be inebriated on alcoholic beverages or bagels than on this day, 6/9, June 9th.
Disclaimer: we are releasing this episode on June 10th, which is day after June 9, but still 6/9 is a funny number, so we're gonna keep rolling with it.
Nice. 69.
Wow, Robert
Nice.
didn't even have to. He just kind of wow.
We missed 420 this year. So instead, we will come at it with the same energy and celebratory style as if it were. Because number's funny.
Hey, actually, what episode did we release on the week of 420? I'm trying to remember now.
I'm sure it was very important. I'm worried that
definitely
it's one of
talked
our
about this.
more serious episodes.
No, it was probably really dumb.
It was probably really
that's what
dumb.
you get with us. You either get very serious or very dumb.
Here, I'll figure it out. You guys
Because
keep
the
rolling.
internet can be too much sometimes.
Okay, all right. I have a stupid question.
Anyway, I'm Daly.
Hi, I'm Colin. And
Hi, I'm Robert, and I don't even smoke weed.
Every day.
Yeah, well, you know, the weeds is recreationally legal in multiple states throughout the United States of America. So if you
And
partake, I should say, in the magical Mary Jane substance, then you are more than free to do so, and we are perfectly okay with that.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I love weeders. Is that what they call
Weed?
that's what I'm doing.
the weeders?
What, how
I'm
am I- how-
I'm weed. No! Oh my
what
god,
is-
wait, taking edibles is literally weed eating.
A weeder.
Oh fuck! Well, but what about how my mom would say? My mom would call them pot takers.
Oh, that's worse. That's somehow worse.
I don't like it.
So update the episode we released on the week of 420 was our cancel culture episode actually
Oh
released
shit. I
on-
told you it was a serious one.
on 422.
Oh shit.
So maybe that's why we didn't do a 420 episode, because I feel like arguably at that point in time that was more important.
In hindsight, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just saying. I'm not sure. 420 is
About-
pretty important.
420? Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
Can
Wanna
I
find
I
out?
don't know why. Listen, this is a random question that popped in my head. So, but bear with me. This is kind of irrelevant. How do you
Kind
guys?
of irrelevant.
It is irrelevant. Full stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Full
We're
stop.
doubling
Be
down.
honest with us.
We're doubling
Colin.
down on
Be
how
honest.
not relevant this is.
Full,
be
full fucking
honest.
stop. How do you guys feel about the word synergy?
Wow, this is super not relevant, huh?
Yeah, I thought that's what part of what I just said did make sense to you?
Synergy. You're sinning
On RG.
on our Yeah,
What's
Colin.
the G? Your G spot?
Our good vibes, bud.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So-
All right. Listen, it's usually Daly that has her head in the gutter, and now it's
Is it?
me, and it feels weird.
My where?
What?
Just my head, not my mind.
G for the gutter.
Oh,
See, so Colin, what synergy is not this. Whatever's happening here right now
Whatever
is
happening
not
is-
synergy.
It's not very synergistic. No.
no. No.
It's not corporate goals. It's not year over year increases. It's not synergy.
I think the first time I heard the word synergy was in the Lonely Island song Like a Boss, where he says promote synergy like a boss. And I'm like, what the fuck is synergy?
Anyway, like today I want to talk about the origins of fun numbers like 69 and 420.
Which arguably both of those numbers for some reason have some sort of synergy.
Yeah. To bring it back to synergy, our main topic.
I'm going to say here off of the not top, because it's already off the rails.
This is the middle.
If this is your first episode of our show, one, I'm sorry. Two, either go to the episode before this or probably after this. We haven't recorded our next episode yet, but I bet it will be a better first impression.
Yeah, either that or, if this is your first episode, fair warning, just sit back. Maybe crack a drink or 3, maybe 4, 5. Imbibe in the Mary Jane.
Have a gummy or 2, like myself.
And, just vibe? Right? That's what the kids would say? Yeah.
That's what the G is. That's good vibes.
I was like, wait, the G is vibes?
Yes, the G is vibes.
That sounds like an advertisement for something on baddragon.com.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. You
Moving
can't just
on.
Wait. No.
420. The word 420 is inherently, it's like related to marijuana. The Mary Jane. You're the only person I've ever heard call it Mary Jane, by the way, Colin.
Wait, really?
Hey, listen, me and Mary Jane, we got a thing going on. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Have you really never heard people call it Mary Jane before?
It's just always pot or weed where I'm from.
Or devil's lettuce.
Well, like we jokingly call it like the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I mean, you never. What about dank? Smoke dank?
No. Well, all the packaging these days has Kush on it, which is
Kush.
A cute word.
Mm-hmm.
I like the word Kush.
It's a very cute word.
Yeah. I collect the packaging at this point because it's always very like good graphic design, like good product design.
Mm.
Anyway, so on 420 420,
which was 2 months ago.
I did which was 2 months ago. Okay, so the holiday does not actually originate as like April 20th. It's literally 420 the time. Like, oh, it's 420, blaze it. Thank you. I will. This was the time that a group of friends in high school in San Rafael, California, in the 70s, they would hang out outside the school by a wall. And so they were known as the Waldos. And they liked to do weed. Surprise, surprise. And so they were looking for, they were searching for a lost cannabis crop. Like someone had planted some weed somewhere and like they like left or like weren't tending to it anymore. Like, ooh, let's go find the lost weed crop. So every day they would smoke a little dope. There's another word, dope. And then go and try to find the lost cannabis crop at 4:20 p.m. And so they'd be like, yo, 420, like in the hallways and stuff.
It's time to look for that ganja.
It was literally an in-joke that then was spread because one of the Waldos became a roadie for the Grateful Dead, which is very much in the marijuana culture. So it spread from there.
Wow, I learned today. Like I always knew that the Grateful Dead was inherently just engraved into the subculture that is weed culture, but like I never knew it was that closely related.
Wow, are you not a real deadhead, Colin?
Unfortunately, no. Apparently,
you're not driving that train high on cocaine.
That's illegal, Robert.
Well, it's a Grateful Dead song.
Well, it's illegal.
I wish I could follow.
Just the same way that marijuana, spelled with an H, is illegal in many states in the United States. And 420, like just the numbers 420, because it's so associated with marijuana, it has usually like any kind of legislature, like official legislature, relating to its legalization is usually like Bill 420 or something.
Very on point.
So
they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. They absolutely do. And I keep pointing out that the government spells marijuana with an H. And this is because some of the first marijuana laws on the books in like the, I want to say the 60s, used an H because no one could spell it.
That makes sense to me. I mean, well, when you say it out loud, right? Like, no one really says marijuana.
Yeah, I do, but jokingly,
sure.
Of course.
Right. But think about like most politicians in history. They're probably like stiff, boring white men, most likely.
You know, I mean, there's something ironic to me because I was thinking about this. You know, I was in South Carolina, the Bible Belt, just a little while ago, and I was thinking that it's quite ironic with how many staunch Republicans there tends to be, and how it's like associated with like conservatism and like religious practice, and how like a lot of those people like they tend to be against marijuana, but now it's getting legalized, and it was like ironically the government in the first place that put out all the propaganda against it, like Reefer Madness and the like in like the 50s and 60s. I don't know. I think there's some sort of great irony there.
Yeah, and I mean, it is interesting that marijuana of all things is like super illegal when things like alcohol and cigarettes are like super legal. And even like if you look into the tobacco industry and how really shittily they like manipulate research and messaging to make it seem like tobacco is A-okay no matter what. Look at this cool Camel, now drink or smoke, right? It's wild that those things are legal, but marijuana isn't. I mean, obviously now, depending on where you live in America, right? Like some states have legalized it finally. We're finally in the year 2021 where you can smoke legally in some states, but not all, right? It's weird just how much stigma there is against the marijuanas.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely haven't done my research on this, but it's just kind of insane to me how, you know, smoking has just become something that was accepted. And for the longest time, especially during the 20th century, like people everywhere fucking smoke cigarettes, cigars, you name it. And, you know, you'd walk into a restaurant, you'd see a cloud of cigarette smoke. Or like, let alone bars. Like you just walk in there and just people just lighten up fucking like nowadays that's unheard of. I mean, could you imagine walking into a restaurant and just walking into a cloud?
I can't imagine
smoke?
Walking into a restaurant anymore after the pandemic.
Yeah. Fair point. But like walking into a restaurant, a movie theater, a bar, and just walking into a cloud of fucking Marlboro cigarette smoke. That sounded like an ad. But like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This episode is sponsored by the cowboy man himself, Mr. Marlboro.
Christ.
No, I mean, it's funny because in Korea, actually, at least before I left it, cigarettes were still really, really big. Like to the point where whenever you walk by certain convenience stores, it would have signs outside that say "tambe," as if to specifically say, "We sell cigarettes here." Like to the point where it's like cigarettes is the selling point of that convenience store is the idea, right? If you go to cafes, like where you would go to like do study or like meet with your friends to hang out, some of them would either be like smoking is allowed or there's a smoking section like off to the side here where you can smoke freely and enjoy our caffeine. So moving here to America, I think America has definitely been more ahead of the whole curbing smoking in more public spaces.
Yeah, which I'm perfectly okay with weed and marijuana or whatever, but when I cannot fucking stand cigarettes though. I can't be around them. I don't want to smell it. Like it actually I'm pretty sure I'm allergic, quite honestly.
I mean, you got some not asthma, but
you're allergic
allergies.
To oxygen.
You're kind of allergic to oxygen.
I might as well be allergic to oxygen. I have a lot of allergies. That's true, but like cigarettes are probably one of the worst ones for me. Like it's like instantly congested. Feel like
Ugh.
shit anytime I'm around them. I'm like, dude, people like opt to put themselves through this.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna make a controversial statement. I will be happy to explain my reasoning, but here it goes. Okay, here's the statement. So, if the government hadn't made the war on drugs a sort of inside of the country, like a terror, like, ooh, you should be afraid of, like, people that grow marijuana is scary. If it wasn't for that kind of propaganda, then there wouldn't be a Bigfoot murder on the record.
That's
Bigfoot.
not where I thought you were going to take this, and I have no idea
Wait.
what to say in response.
It's a Bigfoot, like the man with the large foot,
That lives in, like, the forests.
like the Sasquatch man
Sasquatch.
or woman. I guess we probably shouldn't assume their gender.
Sasquatch, Bigfoot. Some people theorize Gigantopithecus. The folklore legend, like creature ape, like that guy.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And famous for smoking a fuck ton of cigarettes.
Yes.
That's why Smokey was created.
No,
because so many forest fires done by Bigfoot.
Damn it, Bigfoot.
It's really
No.
just a campaign to get Bigfoot.
But in some circles in California, it is said that Bigfoot fucking loves to eat the flowers off the top of weed plants.
So he sets forests on fire?
Nah, he eats them. He does edibles.
Okay, but where does the murder come in?
Hey, okay, so here's where the murder comes in. All right.
were you planning on telling us, Daly?
Yeah. So I said that I was leaving it up to you to ask the details here. So I watched with my sister after much cajoling, because I thought it was going to be like every other, like, ooh, Bigfoot's out there documentary. There's a Hulu docuseries out right now called Sasquatch, and it is literally about a investigative journalist recounting and trying to track down the details relating to a story that he heard in like 1993 when he was working on a pot farm in Northern California, where it at the time was totally illegal. And it was like a dark and stormy night, and there'd been rumors that there was a Bigfoot in the woods and like throwing rocks and charging at people and being generally like angry, Bigfoot in the woods. And then this guy runs into the cabin that the investigative journalist is staying in and was like, we went over to this patch and there's 3 people like torn limb from limb, murdered over there. And a Bigfoot did it.
Because we wanted to meet his dealer, but his dealer just didn't show. So he got
Like,
mad.
The Bigfoot got mad at the farmers for being in the forest.
And this
murdered
happened.
These guys.
And did this happen on 420 at 420?
No. Cannot confirm that. Maybe 4:20 in the morning. It was like late at night that it happened. But anyway, that's what the Sasquatch docuseries is about. It's about unraveling, did this really happen? Yes, it did happen. 3 people were murdered, and then it was like, was it by a Sasquatch? Dun, dun, dun.
So I never figured out who did it. What does this have to do with the war on drugs?
Sasquatch is the apex predator of the war on drugs.
It's because it was an illicit operation.
It was a psyop.
Murder. Because it was at an illegal pot farm. They couldn't get any kind of authorities involved, and therefore there was like this weird culture of like murder. Like it's a very high murder rate in that community because of the war on drugs.
So Nixon couldn't send the military in, but he could send his top
He
agent,
could
Mr. Sasquatch, in.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
No more. That's spoilers, Robert. You've spoiled the whole docuseries because it was Nixon's top agent. No, but it was a really good series.
And this episode was brought to you by Hulu. If you go to hulu.com/everythinginpod, you'll get 0% off your subscription because that URL probably doesn't work.
They didn't really sponsor us, but that would have been nice.
That would have been
69 nice.
Nice.
So that's the segue. So 69's a funny
It's
number.
another funny number.
Nice.
Why is it funny?
I really don't. I'm gonna be serious. I don't fucking know why it's so funny. It's kind of weird how funny it is.
All I know is this,
69.
as far as I can remember, 69
Nice.
has been a funny number because it just has to do with a sexual act. But like, I feel like even out of context, it's not even really spoken in a way that's like, with that in mind, it's the sexual act of 69ing. It's more like, listen, because like when I hear the word number 69, I don't even go as far as thinking about that. My mind doesn't even make that connection. I hear the number 69 and my Pavlovian response
It's
Nice.
nice. Yeah, and that's
Yes.
the thing, right? Is that if someone says, "Oh, I'm Mormon and I'm gonna go to the Philippines to be a Mormon missionary," no one's like, "Nice, that's funny," because missionary could also be a sex position, but
Yeah.
but no one jokes about it, or no one's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play with that doggy." Nice.
It's
No one's
69.
like that, right? But then when it's 69, nice.
69. So does anyone speak French here?
No.
At all.
deux flemanches.
None.
So what you just told me was a yes.
No.
Yeah. Swan.
Okay, anyway. Zach told me how to pronounce it. I think it's soixante-neuf? 69?
I didn't know Zach spoke
69
French.
in he took like 4 years of French. He's fluent. He's just really rusty.
Oh.
So soixante-neuf, 69 in French, is it was featured in Hore's Catechisms, which was a book published in the 1790s in France, and we can so that's the earliest, one of the most better recorded features of 69 as a sexual act that we have. And it is attributed, the author of Hore's Catechisms, that is attributed, it's not 100% confirmed, I believe, but it's attributed to the leader of the French Revolution.
Like Robespierre?
Yeah.
The guy who got his head cut off? Not the other head,
Yes.
but his head.
Yeah. He wrote a very horny book.
Good for him.
Good for him. It's also it's of course mentioned in the Kama Sutra. It's called the Congress of a Crow.
Nice.
I can't. What about its crow like?
I don't know.
You say
I
the
don't know.
The Congress of a Crow. That's a lot
it's-
less appealing. Would you like to perform? Hello, my sexual partner. Would you like to perform the act of the Congress of the Crow?
And why is it just one crow?
One crow.
It's just one crow.
I
don't know. I'm genuinely. Anyway, but so we mentioned the kind of like Pavlovian response we have to hearing 69, and then
Nice.
you instantly have to go nice, right? It's required. Where did that come from? We can't know exactly how early that 69 nice was a thing, but we do know that one of the most public examples of 69 nice was first traced to a 2007 tweet by Mr. There's a 2007 tweet that was like, I have 69 followers. Nice.
Nice.
And then the more public I guess acknowledgement of 69 nice being a like thing that you do on the internet was a 2016 tweet by Mr. Obama that said, Senate leaders should listen to American people. Hashtag do your job. And there's a hashtag do your job graphic here that says 69% in bold letters. A majority of Americans want the Senate to hold hearings and vote on Judge Garland. And then the replies to that is just pages and pages of 2016 Twitter saying, nice.
Yeah, it's so odd because 69 has been the sex number for way longer than 2016, right? A friend of mine actually told me that there's this song from I think the 60s or 70s called 96 Tears, and there was like this ongoing rumor that the original intended name of the song was 69 Tears, but the studio, right, funny, right? But then the studio execs were like, we can't do this. We can't publish a song called 69 Tears.
That's well.
Sometimes it's just very difficult.
Yeah.
Brings you to tears.
All I'll say about that is I hope there was consent.
All right.
Who knows? Did the crow consent? That's what I want to know.
To the Congress?
This was about Congress.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Did the Congress of Crows? Did the Congress of Crows listen to Merrick Garland? Clearly not until 2021, but still.
Clearly.
Ugh.
It's all coming together, y'all. And then more recently, there was speculation that Trump did a 69 joke, and then everyone was like, the joke's dead now. We can never touch it again, because he said it was like up from 69%. Nice.
Jesus. I think that speaks to the power of 69, right? And that
nice.
Thank you. Even with a dingbat numbnut like him joking about it, we can still be like, no, its power still stands.
Its power is real.
Every time I hear nice, I think of the South Park episode where everybody's talking about how somebody had sex with a teacher, and everyone's just like, nice.
Yeah, nice. It was the little toddler. It was Ike.
Oh,
yeah. It was supposed to be like a commentary on how if it's a female teacher with a male student, people don't give a shit because it's like nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But no, it's funny to me because like I think 69 has taken this point now where I don't even like my first thought of it isn't the sexual act of 69, right? Like it takes a few leaps before I think of like, oh yeah, that's when people like do that, right?
They Congress like a crow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They 6 and they 9.
Is that how crows have sex?
Yes.
How do crows have sex?
Hey, if you're a crow, tweet at us. Let us know how you do it.
God. Not to be confused with the Mount Erie album, A Crow Looked at Me, which, I mean, you will be crying 69 tears after that one. It's a really sad album.
Mm-hmm.
I like that album.
Wait, you listened to it?
Yes, actually.
Oh my god! I didn't know that. All right, well.
Yeah. I don't know. 69 is
anyway.
Just, like, honestly, I feel like I feel like I joke more about 69 than I do 420. Because I feel like 420 is like you acknowledge it once and then it's like, all right, yep, it's 420, or you said 420, that's funny. But with 69, it's like a train of nice. You know, it's just like nice. If you see it on Reddit, it's like people replying to each other, nice. It's just an endless feedback loop, right? Of nice.
It's very nice.
Yes, and some subs even have a bot that keeps track of how many nices.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how, like at this point, because I mean, if we talk about 69 inherently and what it means, it's a very dirty number, right?
Yeah.
Like it should be like, ew, bro, you're talking about sex right now.
That's a sexual thing.
Yeah, but like I can't think of the last time I've heard someone say or think about 69 and mean it in like a really dirty, like gross way. You know, it's always like funny.
Yeah, it's always like, oh, look at my username. It's like something 69.
Yeah, or 420. So it's sometimes 420 too.
Yeah.
I mean, with
choose
69,
the funny number.
With 69, you don't really go beyond the surface of like saying, 69, nice. Like it doesn't go beyond that. You go beyond that. It's like, yeah, just someone fucking they're smashing genitalia, but the opposite way. The two different directions. It's like, no, dude. It's like not what we're no. Stop. That's gross.
Yeah.
But I will say that 420, I think, now that we're starting to legalize it in a lot of places, it's starting to lose its luster, because it used to be that thing that, you know, you joke about with your friends in high school. It's like, oh, if we're 20, you know, because weed's illegal, weed's a lot of thing you can do.
Yeah, it's like secret funny.
Yeah, it's like secret funny.
420.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but now it's being legalized, so it's taking the forbidden fruit aspect out of it. It's like, it's just a thing that's part of people's lives now. And it's funny because I remember when weed started to get legalized, there was a lot of people saying like, thank God weed's being legalized, so there's people that built their entire personality around smoking weed can just shut the fuck up.
No, that's not going to stop. I don't know.
That's not gonna stop.
Oh,
It's
the culture.
Yeah. It's funny you say that though, Colin, because 69 is, as far as I'm aware, is not illegal. Like the sexual act of 69 is not illegal or forbidden. It's not like when you do it, the police will break in and be like, "Sorry, we've heard reports of a 69 happening."
Yeah, wait,
There's still sodomy laws on the books
here?
in many southern states. Just saying.
Was I saying 69 this whole time?
No. You were saying 420, but it's just funny to me that it's like, so in your opinion, 420 it was funny because it was illegal, but now it's less funny because it's becoming illegal.
Oh yeah.
But why is 69?
Like I'm saying 69 is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because the police don't break down your door and it's like, we've heard reports that you're 69.
I'm just saying, we're like 2 steps away from getting microchips in our
calling the horny police.
Listen, we're gonna get fucking microchips just stabbed into our genitalia at birth, and then they're gonna start tracking like when we do sexual acts, and like, no, humans can't reproduce. It's a very fucking science fiction horror dystopia.
You all right there, Colin?
I'm scared.
No, I'm very perturbed. I need help.
Perturbed, y'all.
Help.
Look out, he's perturbed.
No, I mean, I think where 69 is funny is because, I don't know, maybe it comes off of like how America is weirdly neo-Puritan and it's scary to talk about sex for some reason in a public space, but it's okay to joke about it. So maybe that's like the coping mechanism. Mm-hmm. But then I know like the spaces on the internet where people say nice is not just America centric. I know that like Europeans are there too, and like many other people from around the world. So who's to say? I really don't know, nice. But it's funny.
I mean,
69.
It is, and forever will be funny.
I mean, it's to the point now where when I'm doing like serious, like real world work, and then I see the number 69 come up in figures, my brain is still like, nice. You know, like nice. I won't write it in a serious setting, but it's still like, funny.
Yeah, it just is. It's just funny. It's just inherently funny. That's where I'm going to make my argument that I think like numbers like these, especially 69, is like one of the most universal memes that there are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think certain groups and certain fandoms, certain communities and circles online have like their own really well-known memes, but I think we are all united by 69 nice.
Yeah, like even if you don't find it funny, you understand why other people think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't find it funny, then get a sense of humor, dude.
Yep.
It's how immature.
how immature you don't think it's funny.
69 is hilarious because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, I think that speaks to like the larger internet culture though, right? Of like, I think memes they've definitely evolved. Like the concept of memes has evolved since the early or mid 2000s. It's definitely evolved since Hideo Kojima prophesized it in fucking Metal Gear Solid 2. That's for goddamn sure. But
dude, you could tell me Hideo Kojima prophesized anything in a Metal Gear Solid game and I would believe you. And I haven't even played all the Metal Gear Solid games.
Yeah, like he prophesized in Metal Gear Solid 2 how eventually we're gonna break down as a society and only converse with each other through memes. And it's like, he's not wrong.
Wait, is the word memes actually said?
Yes, but memes. So memes have this very technical meaning. They're very like, it's a scientific
Richard
word.
Dawkins.
Yeah, because memes used to mean, what was it, like a cultural touchstone of some kind or shorthand of some kind that many people understand, recognize, and acknowledge, but it's not like inherently funny.
Yeah.
Like a meme from the 60s would be like a very popular Rolling Stones song or a very popular Beatles song because it was such a cultural touchstone at that time, especially in like the UK and America, that many people who were living in the 60s could tell you about the first time they heard Let It Be by the Beatles, or the first time they heard a Rolling Stones song that I cannot name.
Nice.
Paint It Black.
There we go. Or Paint It, or Gimme Shelter, or Satisfaction.
There you go.
Saved yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can say at the moment, even though it's not like it has, there's a greater discussion beyond just the content of the song, but the song itself, beyond that greater context, Call Me By Your Name, is a meme at the moment. It is a meme of the time.
Mm-hmm. Of course, nowadays memes are, memes are honestly degenerate now, but they're things we all recognize. We've all seen memes. If you've been on Twitter like for 2 seconds, you've seen a meme.
3. Yep.
But then Facebook
Easy.
sees it 2 years later.
Easy.
Yeah.
Memes. You know what a meme is. We all know what a meme is.
A meme, as some would say.
A meme.
Yeah, memes start on Reddit, and then they go to Twitter where people see them like a week after, and then they go to Facebook where people see them like 3 years later.
Mm-hmm. Some would
what
say,
is the last platform to get the meme?
Bumble?
All right.
Okay. I don't know why Bumble specifically.
Is that a meme?
I don't.
Do people post things on there?
I don't know.
I don't know. A Bumble meme would be like only speaks in office quotes or something.
Or
Oh my
must be
God.
6 foot.
Or
Oh my
I love going on adventures.
Same.
Yeah. You know what was an adventure? This podcast.
Hey, thank you, Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have celebrated the spirit of the day very well.
Yeah, this has
Good
been
job,
a
everyone.
wild one.
This has been fun times. It's been we're educational, but we're having a good time while doing it.
To an extent.
Colin said he learned something today.
I did.
That's true.
I learned a lot today.
That's a very low bar for him, but yeah.
About I learned some facts, and I learned some stuff about each other. Like that, the fact that
we learned.
Yes, and
Sometimes the memes are the friends you make along the way.
Yes.
And I learned that Daly hates herself enough to put herself through Mount Erie's A Crow Looked at Me.
Yeah. No, I remember I liked it on Pandora because I had like stuff like I don't even remember what station I had. Remember when Pandora was like stations?
Remember when Pandora was relevant?
No,
Remember
I don't.
Pandora?
No, not
That was a
even little.
meme.
God, that was before
Anyway,
we all got Spotify.
this podcast is shared on Pandora,
Mhm.
on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and wherever you may listen to podcasts.
Wait, we're not
and
actually
YouTube.
on Pandora, are we?
We should see. We should check. If we are, that's linked below in the description. Thanks, guys, for listening. If you have any comments on 69 Nice, 420 Blaze It, or any other meme of your choice, send that to us at everythinginpod@gmail.com, or shout us out on the Twitter where the memes are born sometimes, or stolen from Reddit.
I cannot
on
accentuate
Twitter.
enough. You need to send us the best 420 and 69 memes.
Send
that you
us
have.
meme.
You have to.
Please.
That is mandatory
we
if you're
will
listening to this
their-
podcast and you got this far. You
Let's
have to
do a
send it.
big thread on
Yes.
Twitter at everythinginpod, which you should totally follow us on because I post memes on there all the time. I'm hip with the kids.
Yeah, she knows how to TikToks.
Yeah. That I don't have a TikTok. I genuinely don't.
Oh, no.
I feel I'm old. I don't understand Gen Z memes sometimes.
Oh no.
Dude, bro, just like, I don't know, live your truth. Fucking vibe, bro.
Mm-hmm. And a couple other things. One, if you're in the middle of typing a YouTube comment about how, wow, this episode was so lazy, first off, come on, give us one. And two, To come out, yeah, it's a busy time. E3 is happening. You know, some of us are in the games industry, and we're busy, you know, checking out the billions of fucking conferences that are happening in and around this time. So that'll, you know, we will have an episode about like E3 and the games industry and all of that shit in general coming up soon on the horizon. So definitely look forward to that if that's your vibe. Hope you will enjoy that. And also just happy Pride Month, just in general, you know, it's cool to be you. And I think it's a good time to celebrate, even though we should be celebrating it every day.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. You be you guy, yeah, or girl, or whatever, wherever you lie.
Non-binary pal.
Oh yes, there you go. I like that. I like not
Fucking Blue's Clues. Be doing. Have you seen it?
What?
Well,
Have you seen it?
like when I was 5, yeah.
No, Blue's Clues. Okay, Blue's Clues is back, and
Okay.
Blue's Clues did an entire Pride episode with a Pride parade.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
It was wonderful. It went over. It like had Arrow and Ace representation. It had bi representation. It had non-binary representation. It was really beautiful.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Wow. That's great.
And it was Blue's Clues. We love Blue's Clues.
Love
We
Blue's
stand
Clues.
Blue's Clues in this house.
We stand
By the
Blue's
way-
Clues.
By the way, since we are an internet culture podcast, I have to side note this real quick. Steve from Blue's Clues is not dead. He's not addicted to drugs. Okay. He was never an addict or anything. Because there was a huge internet rumor that like apparently Steve from Blue's Clues is just fucking dead because he OD'd on drugs. He's alive.
No,
And he's doing really well for himself.
he went to college.
And he like played in like a really well regarded indie band.
Foster the People.
A crow looked at me.
He's actually Foster himself. Foster from Foster the People.
It fosters home for imaginary friends.
Blue is an imaginary friend. Whoa, mind blown.
Oh fuck. God damn. All right.
This was the outro, y'all.
All right. Yeah. This is yeah. Go follow
Bye.
Steve from Blue's Clues.
That's it.
It's most often right. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.